wasn't around. Like,
Do you have any brothers?
yeah, I do.
So, you have a how did you have a brother who's older than you?
I have one older brother and then two younger brothers.
All right. So, at dinner time, did you serve them?
No.
Then you're not culturally Mexican.
Nah,
My
yeah,
mom
that's
served them. That's their mom.
But see, that's your job.
As a
Your-
sister?
yes.
Really?
See? Yes. Your mother was supposed to be serving her husband, but she's not culturally Mexican either because she got multiple. You're
She-
supposed to. Okay,
My mom
listen.
serving her husband.
What do you think? What do you think the young ladies in the family learn how to become a wife? The mother serves the father. The daughters serve the brothers. You serve them. I didn't make this stuff up. I mean, I'm.
from what I
So
know.
when you say you're culturally Mexican, I'm like, oh, you seem culturally black. I resonate.
Yeah, she's more black than Mexican. But from what I hear, and I don't know specifically about the woman serving the man and the girl serving the boys, but what I did hear about Mexican culture is more that the little girls serve everybody too. Like it's pretty much like the mom teaching the daughter how to be a wife. So yes, like I see exact. I've heard that many times, throughout about that culture.
What you
Like they
told me
literally
more
teach their
than I
daughters
would
how to
think
be wives
somebody from
young.
Mexico would understand what you're talking about. And me telling you serving your brothers is like, what? Yeah, you serve yourself,
Heard of that.
huh?
I honestly never heard that the sister has to serve their brothers.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's just one
the
I never
women
heard
serve
of
the
either.
men.
But
Yeah,
I know
family.
family.
my mom and my grandma
like,
would serve their husbands and then their
Yeah,
kids.
but you are a
I-
woman. You're the female.
you help the
serve
you help the
males.
women pretty much, basically.
So I mean, I've heard this because I've seen it. When I
Okay.
go over to my Hispanic friends, my Mexican, when I'm seeing the little girls when I'm seeing older girls serve their brothers, I'm seeing younger girls serve their brothers. I'm like, that's dope. That's how they learn
Fine.
to cooperate with a man. What do you think you're supposed to do? You're supposed to do that after he becomes your boyfriend, then your husband, then you'll serve him? Then why should he marry you if you got to have on-the-job training?
Well, I would serve my kids and my boyfriend or husband, but I don't know about my brother. That's new to me. I would for sure
I don't know about my
serve
brother
It's
though.
because look, why not? I mean, they're men, right?
Yeah, I never
It's
thought
just
of
my
it.
brause though.
Well,
He's like
I wouldn't have a problem.
because
He's
and
not
I'll
a
tell you one
man, he's
reason
like
you
my
might not have
brother.
thought about
Like
this.
if they asked me, I would do it, but I would never be like, "Hold on, let me fix your plate. Like, have a seat."
Well, let me tell you one of the reasons
That's
you
not
may
what he's
not,
saying,
because
though,
women today
honey.
don't have respect for men like they used to. Because you're provided for and you're safe. But if 1,000 years ago you were living in a village, or there was no police or fire, who were the only people to protect your safety at the home?
The men.
Okay then, Jesus. Took us
Your
so long to
father
answer
and
that.
the other boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, in respect for the fact that they got to protect you, you serve them some bread. Because they got to die for you. See how we broke down the
that
whole
boy
nature
Kevin
of
be
the
going
family?
deep. Said he
How
gotta
we
die
broke
for
it
you.
down
Okay?
the
It's your brothers. Your
respect
father.
due for a woman to a man and a man to a woman, to where now relationships are really just romantic choice things versus necessity. Everything I've been
Facts.
talking to you about is necessity, not love, not romance. It's necessity. If you don't have enough money, you're going to either live with a woman or what? There's no more, the government can't fix it. You're going to live in a shoebox?
Not a shoebox.
Most women don't have
with
it.
10 kids.
That's why I'm trying to get people to understand. The way you talk to women, because y'all need to be shocked into reality, because
No, I've
you're
seen
not
you're honest, you're fair.
well, thank you. And
what
I
you
don't,
said.
I reflect what I get back. And I think many women today, I've seen the marketing that was done to women to get women to be a consumer class. And it's not malice, but when you're just walking around thinking, I've got time. I'm young. I'm only 28. I got time.
Nope.
I mean, honestly, you're probably thinking that. I got time. I mean, I'm not as young as I used to be, but I still got time. I mean, I graduate in December. And the presumption is when you're ready, All you got to do is turn around and go get a man off the high value tree. And you said a big house and a big dick. Well, let's get back to it. How many kids would you like to have?
2.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're married?
Do I want to have to work? No, but I will work.
What percentage of the financial family load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
Like what parts I gotta pay for?
Now, what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for? What percentage? Out of 100% of the family financial load, what do you want to have to do? Means if you don't do it, it doesn't happen.
35, 40?
35 or 40. That means you're going to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then understand that even if you did work, marry a man who can provide, you'll probably get 12 weeks off after you have your baby, and you got to put him in daycare. All these are very realistic things. But how much do you think your husband would have to make to provide for you, him, and 2 children?
A lot.
How much?
At least
I don't
100,000.
know.
Ballpark it.
At least
A
100,000.
few mil.
Maybe a million.
Annually?
Yeah.
Annually? Shit. No,
I'll give you a chance to go ahead and be realistic.
100,000 a year. Is that realistic?
That's okay for one person. I just said earlier, man, unless you plan on making about 150,000, you're gonna need a husband. But now if you talk about you, a husband, you and 4 kids.
That's why my answers are kind of.
What?
These are all questions I haven't thought about.
Well, then how are you gonna find a suitable husband if you don't know what kind of lifestyle you want to have and about how much it's going to take for a man to provide that?
200, well, at least $500,000.
They usually all have like their own money. I don't know. I never thought about it.
And unfortunately, and I mean no disrespect.
Now I do. Thank you.
But what I'm saying is, this is what men are. So people get mad at me when I sit around and judge women and rate women. Men want something for their money, and what you're hearing is you don't mean anything by it, but you haven't thought about what these men want, who they are, demographically, anything. It's just it's supposed to just happen. To take care of 2 kids in Atlanta, you're talking around about $250,000 a year. That's just to provide a decent middle-class lifestyle for a wife that doesn't have to work. If you choose to work, but you still don't want to be responsible for half the load, and honestly, the way I'm reading you, you probably want to be responsible for less than 20%. That means some kind of home business or something, which is no insult, but you don't want the family to be at risk if you don't work. True or false?
True.
That means you want to be responsible for less than 20%.
Yeah, like if something happens to my husband, I want to be able to have that money to
If something happened to your husband,
like, to lose his job, and let's say for 4 months he don't have no money, I want to have enough money to be able to pay whatever has to be paid.
Yeah, but you could do that on 20%. But I'm talking about if you stop doing what you did, period, you lose the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Lose everything.
At 40%, if you stop doing what you're doing, you lose everything. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is women have not been told to think about it. It's just like you really just think that the men will figure it out. And if that's the case, then you shouldn't have any problem being fit, feminine, cooperative, and submissive. Since we got to figure it out, we got to be the ones that have all these answers. Then if we say go right, we should be yes, sir. Can you honestly say that's how you are in a relationship?
No, she's not like that in a relationship. Most women are not, unfortunately, and they definitely want a man like that. But as soon as a man says go left, they want to say, "Oh, I think we should go right," or "We should just go right." And now you're arguing because she just doesn't want to do what you said.
Most of the time, yes.
But you just said you didn't quit a job that was problematic.
Because it didn't make sense to me. If you're not helping with any of my finances, why?
I get it.
Yeah.
It was a different situation.
Yeah.
But now you got to think about it. Because
take
now
care
you're
of what he said.
you're in the age I call the danger zone, 27 to 35.
Danger
And
zone.
the purpose of that
Danger zone.
is because women at that age, you need to focus like a laser on the outcomes you want in life and start making those things happen. Women need to get the major parts of their life together sooner than men. So this call should be a wake-up call and say, all right, I gotta stop acting like I got all this time, because
Danger
I start
zone.
running out of options, especially childbearing options and things like that. And unless you have really have men in your life today that are actively considering you to be their wife, you can't say I'll just get married. You got to think about the kind of lifestyle, the kind of man that can provide that, understand where they are, what they want from a woman, and then realize you got to compete with the women around him.
So, pretty much in a nutshell, this young lady has a long way to go. But once again, Kevin Samuels definitely made sure to put things in perspective for her so that, moving forward, hopefully she can find her a good black man and, and get married soon and serve him dinner and stuff. I don't know. But once again, appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I say, Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland. Make sure you go check out our website. You can also make donations. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our website is www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. And once again, I'm going to keep bringing you guys more, reactions and just more, I guess you could call these reaction videos. But they're really like, I don't know what kind of videos you would call these. I guess reactions or opinions. Opinion videos? Opinion video. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys watching. Really do. Appreciate you guys subscribing. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Peace.